What's good? It's Chigozie. It's Thursday, February 28th, 2019. We're going to examine the Momo challenge, just organically go through the propaganda and see what they're saying about it, and say how it's a by-the-numbers ritual from the federal government. It's from WhatsApp and it's from Facebook. So it's from the police, it's from the government. Whoever's on the other end actually doing anything, if that's actually a thing. Whatever's on the other end of this is Freemasonry. We're going to see. But first, just to document the propaganda on the last day of February, the 59th day of the year, on 22/8 with a lifeless number 42. We haven't gotten any of the race war programming yet, but we got lifeless number 42 still. That's why you have Kim Jong-un 42 in the propaganda. Trump leaving the summit without a win. Death 228 is 22/8, so symbolically, a death, a defeat for him. So let's just look at Momo. There's of course plenty more here, but just to document what they have up here. These people do not exist. Because they're mocking you. They're giving you AI that's really good. And they're putting, fake people, CGI images on top of it. What else you need to know? I'm so glad they have that here. Fabricated equals 42. And this full reduction, you'll see how this is a very special cipher. And as we decode this, I haven't even looked at this yet, but as we see this, you'll just understand how things in this full reduction. So F's the 6th letter, A is the 1st, B is the 2nd, R is the 18th letter, 1 plus 8 is 9. So we'll apply numerology to each digit. And then you sum it all together, you get 42. So I hope that warms up anyone to what type of practice this is, how this is all coded propaganda from the Freemasons. So I think Wikipedia is a good starting point because they tell you what it is, when things come out and stuff like that. If you do any of this research, you want to use Wikipedia. Sorry, I got distracted by this Nigerian propaganda right here. Muhammadu Buhari is re-elected president of Nigeria. This is going to be a separate video. I don't know when, because I have a big backlog. But I got to talk about that too. He's an actor for the federal government. Nigeria is just a one world order state for this new world order. So what do we got? We got Momo challenge. Is a hoax internet challenge which was spread by users on Facebook and media outlets. It was reported that children and adolescents were being enticed by a user named Momo to perform a series of dangerous tasks, including violent attacks and suicide. So you see how they're crafting this by the numbers. The Irish police are putting this on, this theatrical ritualistic event. So it was February of this month where it started to build traction again. So that's where I want to look at it from. But they're saying Rainbot noticed it. Let's see if we see anything here. Rainbot 45, like ritual, Sun 9. And here we got the Momo challenge. Momo equals 20 like death. Momo challenge equals 60 like death and 228. And today's February 28th, so there's possible. We already saw in the last video. I mean, if you search Momo challenge news, I mean, technically they did put out, published propaganda today about it. But maybe there'll be even more, is what I'm saying. But there already is. A 228, Momo challenge equals 22.8. See? That's why they had to publish more propaganda about it. And then they put it in quotes, let you know. Following a flurry of scare stories, some schools have warned parents about the Momo challenge, but fact checkers say it's a hoax. What is Momo? Earlier this week, versions of the Momo story went viral on social media. They attracted hundreds of thousands of shares and resulted in newspaper articles reporting the tale. According to the false story, children are contacted on WhatsApp, which is a government-run software application used to communicate with people, and also, other nefarious activities the government uses it for. I'm sure they use it to propagate their propaganda. So children are contacted on WhatsApp by an account claiming to be Momo. They are supposedly encouraged to save the character as a contact and then asked to carry out challenges, as well as being told not to tell other members of the family. So I'm just going to give you my quick point of view on all this type of thing, real or not. I've always been just a strong proponent of natural selection. I mean, it's a thing. It's a fact of life. And if you're just dumb enough to do this, I don't care how old you are, if you're dumb enough to do this, you'll hurt yourself because someone on WhatsApp's telling you to do so, then, I mean, that's how you die. You deserve what you do. You deserve the consequences of your actions. So, if you're a parent trying to scramble to make sure your kids don't get on WhatsApp and into the Momo challenge, maybe you should go to the root cause. You should teach your kid not to be a fucking retard. Maybe don't raise an idiot, and they wouldn't even fall for this to begin with. And I like how they quote fake news. Because I have no documentation that anyone's ever died doing the Momo challenge. I mean, for all I know, no one's fallen for it at all. The only reason I believe someone's fallen for it is I know how stupid these retarded, gullible goy are. And I hate how these memes spread, just because when I started this research, when I learned it from Zach in 2016, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh, this is very memeable. I just really thought people would just find it really, at least amusing to see how the sports are all scripted by the numbers and putting out these little memes about it. And it would just blow up on Reddit. Cause I thought Zach was doing it years before, but when I stumbled upon, because I was looking at PsyOps trying to figure out how they orchestrate these PsyOps, and I found Zach's video on PsyOps, and then that's why I found Gematria. And since then I was like, oh, it's so intuitive. I thought that Zach maybe was kind of just getting started. He maybe not was marketing his content or something, and that's why people didn't know. So I was like, oh, I'll help him spread it. But no, people are just retarded. They really can't see this. They refuse to see it. So that's why they fall for shit like this. That's why, even if the media is all saying that it's completely a hoax, I mean, I don't know why. Part of me feels that some dumbasses out there have honestly hurt themselves over this bullshit because they're just that fucking gullible and stupid. Yeah, you try to show them how logically this is by the numbers propaganda, they'll just say, it's a coincidence. I mean, that's what I mean. They'll fall for something like this, but then they don't see how sports are scripted and fake. That's extra retarded. So YouTube's responsible for this. They're also in that death coding, if I recall correctly. Oh no, Kill 28, Israel 28, Thelema 35 28, YouTube 109 to 29th Prime, Jewish 29, Masonic 29. I want to see what other numbers hoax has. I know it equals 48. Okay, 21, 60. There we go. There we go. Momo Challenge 60. The hoax. See what I'm saying? By the numbers. And it's always important. There's certain words that have the number, hoax. I always know hoax is just 48. But you always got to know the other three because they use them as well. And then challenge. They're quoting challenge. Challenge, 67, blood sacrifice. I want to figure out when the first documented case of this was. I guess I can look for an article. See mirror.codes. I've already exposed mirror. 1147. Freemason's compass set at 47 degrees. Foundation equals 47. How long is this video? Minute 19 video. Saturn 119, the keeper of time. Time 47. Oh my god. No, I don't need this propaganda on my home screen. What is Momo? See the WhatsApp logo. Oh, challenge again. Challenge has this 40-41 Facebook pattern. Keep that in mind. The Facebook pattern, 41, 40. Again, K is the 11th letter. You don't need to reduce it because 11 is the master number. 40-41, that's where they have the challenge. You know, WhatsApp, also 40. 104, which is just essentially 14. Because you drop the 0, which is the reflection 41. So they're coding 41, 40. And if you don't like to go too, backhanded and stuff like that, always just think about it. You're applying numerology, and you always want to tag another number with it to validate that pattern. You get the 40 and you get this 4 and 1. And you can see that they're clearly doing that. That's why Facebook, WhatsApp, they put up propaganda days with 41, 40 numerology, Zionists. He was a Zionist Jew. I mean, that's the thing. If Zionists didn't have this gematria, then I'd be a little bit more like, okay, maybe there's just a little bit more to something that I'm not seeing. But, I mean, when Zionist comes to this, you know what Mark Zuckerberg's all about. He's a Zionist Jew. So is Colin McGregor, or just some other Irish, Jesuit Catholic actor for the Freemasons. It doesn't matter what he is. He's a paid actor. He's deceiving you. I hope this is Colin. I think it's Conor McGregor. It looks like Conor McGregor, but they're saying MLB, NFL, NBA. Oh, fighter trash. I guess definitely Conor McGregor. Fighter trash talk. Do you see this? They're saying fighter trash talk and have him here. He is a character actor for the federal government. That is why. They always underline like their main tropes in the headlines and their propaganda about their actors. They're programming you. Tory MP. This seems like some British stuff. It's worldwide propaganda, Government debates. You see this? Momo challenge is complete hoax. It's a piece of shit. I think I can call this a hoax without getting in trouble. I mean, they're calling it a hoax here, and I am an expert. I'm not touting myself, tooting my horn. I mean, I'm an expert in showing you how this is fake news propaganda. And how I'm an expert, because it's not hard to be an expert to show someone how this is fake. You just say, look at these actors on the screen. Look at where this is from. Look at the black and red colors. And you can see how it's all by the numbers gematria. You see how the numbers for Trump will be in this. Probably before you can predict it before seeing it. Oh, 519. Chaos 19. But that's what I'm saying. I'm showing you what this is. This is bullshit propaganda from the Zionist Jews. Let's see if Tory has gematria of this. Tory 3021. Hoax 21. Saturn 30. Tory MP 28. Like WhatsApp. Or no, not WhatsApp. That was. It was the Israel pattern that we had earlier. But again, it's the 28th. 107, the 28th prime. This is not coming out on the 28th. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we're getting more. This is new. We're getting more propaganda today. We already saw one. We saw another one now. So do you see how we were able to predict that there will be more propaganda pumped out today about this especially? And I hope this becomes front page news, because that'll be really good. I'll really show what's going on. Conspiracy 12370, death 6228. It is a death conspiracy. It's literally a conspiracy. People are saying like, oh, someone's behind this. Oh, but people are saying it's a hoax. People are saying like they're literally making it like a overt conspiracy. How far are we into this video? Probably got 14, 15 minutes. Try to keep them short so I can pump out more. As more of this comes out, we'll see. But I think this is the video show it's fake. You see how they're telling you more about it. There's no, unless you can prove to yourself. If you personally know someone, again, you probably might personally know someone who followed for this because they're that fucking stupid. But I don't know any confirmed cases. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's a hoax. I don't know if Momo replies. I don't even know if this thing exists. If it does, it's probably some government set up bot or some AI. You know, they're just talking about AI in the front page propaganda. They got some AI set up to respond to you, or it could be some police officer on the other end just fucking with people. A lot of things. But my takeaway is it's bullshit propaganda. If there's anyone falling for it, yes, it's some dumb idiot who probably deserves it. And again, I'm not trying to sound crude and cruel, but it's like if you're really going to fall for this and harm yourself, and you know, if you're harming yourself for other deeper underlying reasons, this acts as a catalyst, that's different. I'm saying if you're like a completely like level person, you're, you know, no sorts of any other thing that make you want to do something like that, and only top of the moment makes you do that because you really want to help Momo, then you're a fucking retard. So leave it there. Plenty more here. You know, as parents, police worry. Guys, parents, the police are putting this out at 1:40. That 14, 41, 40, like all the Facebook, WhatsApp numbers are right here. Do you see this? At 1:40, they're updating this propaganda. Challenge 40, 41. Facebook, 41, 40. WhatsApp, 104, 40. You see that? You see how we get that pattern now? And the update time, 140. It's not hard to see this propaganda. And look, 1, 2, 3 minutes 23 video. Momo challenge equals 1, 2, 3, just using the alphabetical order. The hoax 60. On February 28th, this was published the day before though, but we're getting more propaganda today on the 28th and at minute 23 video. This is why I'm organically going through the propaganda. I like to just show you how in real time, guys, you always got to picture me as anyone else in the world who understands how to read English and use a computer and a web browser and the internet, reading the news, being programmed by the federal government. The only difference is that I'm seeing through their bullshit, so I'm not believing these lies, and they're not altering my mind in the way that they want to the fullest potential that they're trying to get me at. I am breaking down, reverse engineering the propaganda like anyone else can go on here and see. So you're seeing now how this is all by the numbers. How 1, 2, 3, they're telling about this. It's assumption 1, 2, 3. I really wish I could find, like, I know I'll do another video when I find the date. I know I can just look it up, probably the date, the first, this really first came out. This is what it's about, the mother bird. This is like, it's based on some Japanese sculpture. The Japanese government absolutely involved in this propaganda because the Japanese government is the federal government. This is one world order, Zionist Jew, Freemasonic order. This posted July 15th, 2018. Let's see if there's date numerology there. Had a date with 33 life lesson number. Look at this. A date with 60 numerology. Do you see this? And a date with 40 numerology. This is such a good way to end the video. And this for shits and gigs and kicks. We'll do it from July 15th to today. So the picture posted between mirrors, BM 213 during Black History Month as well. And 213 is for the Key of David. Death equals 213 in Satanic. And their initials are BM. We're talking about death. Death 60 in ALW. Death 228 in English Sumerian. Death 213. Death 213 in Satanic cipher. See, 213 and February 28th, we're having more propaganda. Again, I know this happened before, but today they're talking about it more. Death equals 228. And then in the ALW Kabbalah 60, Momo challenge equals 60. BM is publishing the picture. The date numerology 60 is published July 15, 2018. 7 plus 15 plus 20 plus 18 about the Momo challenge. Do you see what is going on? This is by the numbers propaganda, absolutely. That's how you can tell. You always want to find the dates because that brings everything together. You see how it all comes together now. And I'll go ourselves a date with 40 numerology. It's with Facebook, WhatsApp. You know, they didn't even use the 41. They could have done a date with 41. They made sure to get this 40 because Facebook and WhatsApp both have that 40 numerology. The Zionist Jews, Zionist 40. Unbelievable. I mean, this stuff is so coded. I'm so glad we found this because I think this is a very good Momo video. Because I know a lot of people are talking about this. They want to check this out. And here you go. That's how you can tell it's from the government. So here we got July 15th, 2019. 137 days today. The 33rd prime, you know, that picture's date with the life lesson number 33, false flag equals 33. It's definitely a false flag propaganda event. Federal 138, you know, span of 138 days later, the federal government is branding the propaganda one more time. That's all they do. Federal 33, 138, you see what I'm saying? 137 days, a span of 138, 1 through 7, the 33rd prime. And the entire time I've been telling you this is from the federal government. So we're going to close out there. I just want to see when he was born. His birthday 2/1. Just another 21, another hoax number. Hoax 21 that we've been seeing. That's also 102, you know. I know police and nigger equals 102. Kia David equals 102. I'm not sure of the context for that. Look, are you guys seeing this? Are you fucking seeing this? He's 48 years old. Commenting on numerous rumors of suicide related to the Momo challenge, web security experts have stated that the phenomenon is likely a case of moral panic, a sensationalist hoax fueled by unverified media reports. Well, that's what I've been saying. None of these are verified. But even then, if anyone, I'm even going further than the government, the media, I'm even saying, yeah, it could be real, just because, again, I really think there's people that fucking stupid out there that will do that. Benjamin Radford, who's 48 years old, you know, we're talking about a hoax 48, born on 2nd of October. You see how this is by the numbers propaganda. It says it's fueled by parents' fears and wanting to know what their kids are up to. There's an inherent fear in what young people are doing with technology. This is coded from the Freemasons. Everything in Wikipedia is. 577, the 106 prime, prophecy equals 106. Also, some use 1,700, which is just 17, kill 17, Mason 17. The 108th prime, Freemasonic 108. This is coded propaganda from the Freemasons. It just is. I know it's like a good way to conclude it, say it just is, but I mean, what else am I supposed to say? I mean, it absolutely is. Who else is doing this? Benjamin Radford. I mean, I've never heard of this guy. A skeptic. So this is the type of retard to come out and be like, oh, gematria is not real. They're not using this. Guys, I'm a skeptic too. I'm not bashing skeptics, but guys, the skeptics in the mainstream, they're here to lead you astray away from the truth. Fucking what's his name? James Randi or whatever his name is. He's gonna die pretty soon, I'm sure. His name might be, you know, something Randy. You guys know what I'm talking about. The bald old guy. Because I'm a skeptic too. I don't believe anything unless I fucking... I mean, how am I not a skeptic? I'm skeptical for every last piece of propaganda they put out here. I mean, probably one of the biggest skeptics in the world. And that's why I hope that you understand how real this is. If I'm one of the biggest skeptics in the world, I don't readily believe shit. I mean, I'm always open. I'm always open to possibilities. And, you know, I don't think I know everything. I don't deny things without understanding, you know, how I could deny it. But I don't just really believe all sorts of shit from the government, especially. I just want to see his date numerology. Momo equals 20. 20 with 20 numerology. Death. So there you have it. You know, all you skeptics out there, this guy is not your hero. He's a deceiver. He's 48 years old, participating in this hoax. 48, you know, can't be skeptical about that. You can, but I've shown so many examples. So we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out. One last part. It's called Momo, and it's what? Japanese sculpture. So Momo, first off, Mo, like M, the 13th letter, 1 plus 2 is 4, so that's 44, kill equals 44, so Momo. And then Mo, the kana, hiragana or katakana, doesn't matter how you write it, it looks like a T. T, the 20th letter, death 20, Momo 20. Is this another little trick that the Zionist Jews are using to concoct their propaganda? This is how deep they go. I guess it's for you to decide. But I just want to add that part. Peace out.